saw Jimmy Kimmel's show was canceled. We don't know what the reasons are, really. It's very cloudy and murky. I don't understand what's happening right now. My industry doesn't understand what's happening right now.
Hey, I just canceled my Disney Plus and Hulu subscriptions. And they asked me why. I hit other, and I wrote, because I believe in the First Amendment, reinstate Jimmy Kimmel. Now.
Ladies and gentlemen, the woke Hollywood meltdown over Jimmy Kimmel, man, it just continues. They simply cannot believe what is going on. They cannot believe that actions have consequences, and they're losing their minds. And I, for one, find it absolutely hilarious. But because of this show being cancelled, we are seeing all over social media, all over the internet, the mainstream media, overweight leftists, woke Hollywood celebrities, crying and complaining that free speech is under attack. Now they're complaining about that. The side that has condemned and cancelled everybody for a different point of view. Now they're the ones crying about cancel culture or supposed cancel culture. You're the reason it exists in the very first place. So this meltdown from these people is not only laughable, but it is very hypocritical. Now, for those of you that have no idea as to why exactly Kimmel lost his show, let's talk about it a little bit as the Daily Mail go on to report. On Monday, the talk show host made controversial statements about Kirk's at Utah Valley University last week and said during his amazing monologue that the MAGA gang was trying to gain political points over his. Kimmel insinuated that suspected Tyler Robinson, 22, was conservative despite investigators stating that he has far-left ideologies and was also in a romantic relationship with his transgender roommate. Yes, very conservative, right? Nah, absolutely not. What is he on about? He said the MAGA gang was desperately trying to characterize the kid who Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it.
We had some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it.
These people, I cannot stand them. All these left-wing shows do is lie. But apparently, facing consequences for telling lies on TV is free speech under attack. Give me a break. These people are nuts. I tell you, these people care more about Jimmy Kimmel losing his show than Charlie Kirk actually losing his life. All these woke celebrities that are now speaking out and saying, oh, we're losing our freedom of speech. How many of them made a statement about Charlie Kirk? Probably none. That just tells you all you need to know about these people. But what we're going to do now, ladies and gentlemen, is check out the reaction from woke Hollywood celebrities and the woke leftist liberals, because it is simply embarrassing. It really is. You're going to cringe throughout this whole video. But before we get into it, if you could, as always, make sure to leave a like rating, as it really helps out the video. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video, comment on this video, and share this video around. And let's start off with Jon Stewart. The Daily Mail go on to report Jon Stewart leads defense of Jimmy Kimmel as late night host unite to mock Trump's censorship. Trump's censorship. Are you having a laugh, mate? What about Biden's censorship? I didn't hear any of you speak about that. I didn't hear any of you going on social media crying and complaining. I didn't see any of you on your TV shows making statements about that. Oh wait, no, it's because you agree with that censorship. You agree with people getting censored, cancelled, banned for saying things that you disagree with, which is why this whole meltdown is completely hypocritical. You cannot whine, cry, and complain after your mate has lost his show with terrible ratings, by the way, after you've been a part of the side that has pushed censorship for many years. It doesn't make any sense. Then again, these are woke Hollywood celebrities, and they have never, ever made any sense. He began Thursday night's episode by promising a fun, hilarious administration-compliant program. Our great administration has laid out very clear rules on free speech, Stewart said sardonically. Now, some naysayers may argue that this administration's speech concerns are merely a cynical play, a thin gruel of a ruse, a smokescreen to obscure an unprecedented consolidation of power and unitarian intimidation, principleless and coldly antithetical to any experiment in a constitutional republic government. Some people would say that, not me though. I think it's great. Cry harder, pal. Yeah, do what you lot do best. Cry, whine, scream, complain. How about just tell your mate not to lie in the very first place? He could have avoided all of this. Pretty simple, right? But these people, they just can't help themselves. They're not victims, all right? Stop trying to be one. I know it's very easy for you to be victims because that's all you have been doing for the last few years, but Give us all a break. The next host that has spoken out about this because he simply can't believe what is going on is Stephen Colbert. As the Daily Mail go on to report once again, Stephen Colbert goes scorched earth on autocrat Trump in defense of Kimmel as Jimmy Fallon also breaks his silence. CBS's Colbert, whose show will end in May after his own issues with President Trump, dedicated his Thursday monologue to free speech and Kimmel's team at ABC. This is blatant censorship, Colbert said of Kimmel's ouster at the taping for the show, which is set to air later Thursday night. Blatant censorship. What about the blatant censorship from your side for many years on many different issues? Again, I didn't hear you complaining about that. You lot pushed for it. So I don't want to hear you crying and complaining ever again. These are the most hypocritical people walking the planet right now. It is laughable and I am truly embarrassed for you. I really am. But let's move on from the TV host and let's get on to actors. Yes, these lovely people in this world today. And let's start off with the creepy Pedro Pascal, because obviously he's had to come out and defend Jimmy Kimmel because this dude just simply loves the attention. The Hollywood Reporter posts, Marvel stars stand for Jimmy Kimmel. Pedro Pascal defends free speech while others endorse boycott. Yes, they're now endorsing a boycott. How cute. Pedro Pascal, who recently starred in the Fantastic Four First Steps from Disney and Marvel, took to Instagram on Thursday to write, "Standing with you, Jimmy Kimmel Live," he added, "defend free speech and defend democracy," sharing the words with a photo that featured the actor with Kimmel during an appearance on the show. Do you know why it's so interesting to hear this dude come out and suddenly defend freedom of speech? Why didn't you defend Gina Carano? She got fired, and she was your actual co-star at one point. But you didn't say anything. These people cannot sit there and say they suddenly care about freedom of speech when their co-stars have been fired and they didn't defend them. It's so hypocritical again. I am seeing what these people are saying and I cannot believe it. Pedro Pascal, this is what happens when you F around. You end up finding out. The next person to defend Jimmy Kimmel is Marissa Tomei, who played Aunt May opposite Tom Holland in the Spider-Man franchise. She spoke out and reposted a call to unsubscribe and boycott platforms under the Walt Disney Company umbrella, including Marvel, ABC, ESPN, Fox Entertainment, Hulu, Pixar, Lucasfilm, and BAMTech Media. Get a grip. We have Tatiana Maslany, I hope I got that name right, do I care? Absolutely not, who starred in the title role of She-Hulk Attorney at Law, a Marvel series that debuted on Disney+, and she posted a behind-the-scenes photo of herself on set, urging her Instagram followers to cancel your Disney+, Hulu, ESPN subscriptions. Wow. We then have Mark Ruffalo, who played the Hulk on the big screen, and he participated in a No Kings online event during which he weighed in. My industry doesn't really understand what's happening right now, but what they do understand is our freedom of speech is being attacked. Oh, your industry doesn't know what's going on right now. So terrible for you. I almost feel heartbroken. You can tell these people are so arrogant. They think they can do no wrong. They can say what they want. And it doesn't matter because obviously they're very progressive, right? And these progressive people think everybody else is in the wrong and everything they do is correct. Absolutely not. But let's check out video footage of one of the most insufferable actors right now, again, Mark Ruffalo, speaking about this. Take a watch.
We saw Jimmy Kimmel's show was canceled. We don't know what the reasons are, really. It's very cloudy and murky. I don't understand what's happening right now. My industry doesn't understand what's happening right now. But what they do understand is our freedom of speech is being attacked.
You know why. Stop lying. Stop making it seem like he just told a little joke and now he's getting his show cancelled for that. He lied. You know, I cannot stand these people and the lies that they continue to put out. It is crazy. But let's move on to the next person, and it is the lovely Rosie O'Donnell. She is demanding a boycott of ABC and Disney advertisers after Jimmy Kimmel was suspended for his comments on Charlie Kirk. Perhaps you should boycott, I don't know, unhealthy food and endorse exercise. Might be good for your common sense. It might return in some aspects. Probably not, but just some advice from me to you. It's for free. We have Cynthia Nixon, who has also demanded Americans boycott Disney by cancelling subscriptions to Disney Plus and Hulu. I just cancelled my Disney Plus and Hulu subscriptions because I believe in the First Amendment. Reinstate Jimmy Kimmel now.
Hey, I just canceled my Disney Plus and Hulu subscriptions. And they asked me why. I hit other, and I wrote, because I believe in the First Amendment, reinstate Jimmy Kimmel now. My whole family is really gonna miss Abbott Elementary. We are really gonna miss only in the building. But you know what? We would miss the First Amendment a whole lot more. Don't go to the theme parks. Don't go on the cruises. Cancel your subscriptions.
Oh, so now you believe in the First Amendment. Now you believe in it. What about the First Amendment for everybody else that you disagree with? What about conservatives who talk about points that you just don't like? You don't really like the First Amendment then, do you? No. But this next one might just be the most hypocritical, embarrassing one of them all. Yeah. Kamala Harris has spoken out about this. Of all people, Kamala Harris, I cannot believe what she said. She went on to post on X, "We are witnessing an outright abuse of power. The administration is attacking critics and using fear as a weapon to silence anyone who would speak out. Media corporations from television networks to newspapers are capitulating to these threats. We cannot dare to be silent or complacent in the face of this frontal assault on free speech. We the people deserve better." How dare you? How dare you sit there and put that post out? You were a part of the administration who silenced anybody who criticized your government on many different issues. Now suddenly, you care about freedom of speech. And you know what's even crazier? In 2019, she even posted on Twitter that Trump should have his account suspended. These people have no shame whatsoever, no shame. Again, she was a part of an administration that silenced many Americans on so many issues. People were cancelled, banned on social media. I didn't hear you coming out and defending these people then. I kind of feel like all these people, I don't know about you guys, have been given the same script because they're all saying the same thing. It's like they've passed a note around to each other. "Oh, we're going to say this today." But next is Chelsea Handler, and she says the First Amendment is in grave danger after Jimmy Kimmel was suspended for his Charlie Kirk comments. "This isn't a time for fear, it's a time for action. Peaceful, non-violent mobilization and protesting loudly." These people, man, they are actually tiring. They really are. I don't want to sit here and continue to repeat myself throughout this whole video. But she's calling for what? Peaceful, non-violent mobilization, and she wants people to protest loudly. All because her mate, a darling of the left, has lost his show for putting out a lie. Again, they're trying to spin it as something sinister when it isn't. But now they all suddenly care as well about the First Amendment. No, you do not. But talking about protests, the leftists, the liberals out there are protesting, and it is probably one of the most ridiculous protests you will ever see. I'm not even joking. Liberal writers walk in circles outside ABC studios in NYC to protest the suspension of Jimmy Kimmel. They are walking in circles. Let me just say that again. Walking in circles. You have got to be... Take a watch.
Right now, come on. They come for the comedians, really. You're in bad shape, so bring Jimmy Kimmel back right now.
Charlie Kirk! Charlie Kirk! Release the Epstein files! Release the Epstein files!
You know what? Instead of these people walking in circles, I think they should walk in the direction of the nearest place that offers therapy, because they need help, and a lot of it. Again, this is all because Jimmy Kimmel lost his show and they're out doing this. These people seem to not realize that actions do have consequences. I know you've gotten away with so much for many, many years, but no longer. And I want to read out this post by Piers Morgan that I did last time as well, that sums up this situation perfectly. Jimmy Kimmel lied about Charlie Kirk's assassin being MAGA. This caused understandable outrage all over America, prompted TV station owners to say they wouldn't air him, and now he's being suspended by his employers. Why is he being heralded as some kind of free speech martyr? Exactly. It does not make any sense whatsoever. It is probably one of the most hypocritical meltdowns I have seen in such a long time. Again, every single one of these people, from the mainstream media, woke Hollywood celebrities, to your average overweight leftist liberal, has pushed for censorship for points that they disagree with. Okay, they have actively wanted people banned, cancelled, silenced. But now Jimmy Kimmel loses his show. Suddenly, they're all coming out saying, we care about free speech. No, you do not. No, you don't. Don't sit there and lie to people. I know you're very good at it and it's the thing that you do the most, but try not to do it for once in your life, your miserable life. But that is the end of the video, ladies and gentlemen. I could go on and on and on, but I don't think you want to sit there and listen to me continue to go on and on and on about these people. Leave your thoughts down below about this situation. What are your thoughts on it? I'd like to know. If you have enjoyed, make sure to leave a like rating. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video, share this video. But until next time, it has been your host, JD. Have a great day, stay safe, and I'm out. Peace.